Hi lovelies, welcome back to UG Update. So guys, let's talk about my Desire series guys, and I'll be talking about quite an interesting episode that will be going down in my Desire series pretty very soon. Guys, the episodes are quite very interesting, so please don't go anywhere. Watch the video to the very end to find out what Arjun is up to this time around. But before I continue to the video guys, please don't forget that this is still UG Update. In case if you are yet to subscribe to UG Update, please and please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget guys to give the video a thumbs up. Alright lovelies, let's dive straight into the video. The episode starts with Kamal asks Arjun to save him and take him to the doctor. Arjun then says, I will save you on a condition, and ask him to tell who has kept him there. Kamal then says, Aditya has kept me. Then Arjun says, I have to save him as he is the one who can expose Aditya. He then says, I will take you to the hospital. He holds him and is about to take him there. Advi comes there and opens the door. She is about to see Arjun and Kamal when the number then calls her and asks if the car keys are hers. Kadvi then goes to her and takes the keys. Then Arjun and Kamal comes out. Kadvi then goes inside the house. Arjun takes Kamal to the hospital and the doctor says he needs to operate on him immediately. Arjun asks him to make the arrangements and says nothing should happen to him. While Aditya, in the other hand, talks to the caterer and says there shall be 3 options in the suite and the food shall be of good quality. Nothing shall be missing in my marriage. Karan then asks Kadvi if she is marrying Aditya's uncle. Kadvi then says she is marrying him as he is comfortable with him and says if he feels comfortable then he can call him dad. Karan then says I feel comfortable with Aditya's uncle and feels that something bad will happen when he is with Arjun's dad. Kadvi then thinks if Arjun had had this then he would have been heartbroken. In the other hand, later after the operation, Kamal thanks him for saving his life. Arjun then asks him to tell everything. Then Kamal says that night in the bar, you had caught me almost, but I fled as Aditya helped me to flee. He says Aditya saved me as he wanted me to help him in his plan and asked me to kidnap Karan. And he had done that blast too. It was all that plan. He says Aditya wanted to show Kadvi that Karan died because of you, and Aditya himself gave me fake drugs information. He says he did it so cleverly that Kadvi believed that Karan died because of you. He then says when Kadvi started hating you, he came to me and said that time has come to take Karan and shoot me with fake bullets. And he made Karan hear your voice recording so that Karan will hate you also. He blasted the morgue and took me to his outhouse. Then Kamal says I helped Aditya so much and he left me to die. He says I will tell the truth to your family at least. Then Arjun says you have to save all this to the police and ask him to come to the court and tell everyone about Aditya's truth. He says I will get Aditya exposed today. Kamal then agrees and is about to go with him when the doctor comes and stops Arjun. He says Kamal is physically not strong and needs rest. Then Arjun says okay, I will let him rest. He thinks to bring Kadvi there after the case and will tell her all the story so that Kadvi will come to know about Aditya's truth so that she breaks her relationship with him forever. So in the court, Kadvi and Aditya's lawyer tells that he will prove today that Mahima and Arjun are unfit parents. He calls Monty and asks him to say if Mahima had had an affair with Arjun's colleague Vishal or not, and if Karan saw them in an intimate position, yes or no. Monty then says yes. The lawyer says yes. Then he calls Mickey and asks him to say when Arjun took Karan to the zoo. The latter was scared and went to the tiger's den, yes or no. Mickey says yes. The next lawyer calls Romila and asks her to say when Karan learnt about Kadvi, she was projected wrongly in front of Karan. Romila says yes. He questions him and proves that Karan gets scared of Arjun. Next, the lawyer asks Aditya if the terrorist blasted the car as Arjun refused to give him drugs. Aditya says yes. Arjun then gets up and tells that Aditya is the mastermind behind whatever happened and asks him to confess. The judge asks him not to insult the court and asks the police to arrest Arjun. But then Romila asks Jagdish to do something. Then the judge says Mahima and Arjun are unfit as parents and says he will take the decision in the next hearing. Aditya then tells Kajvi that he will not let Karan go away from her and he will be with her. Kajvi gets sad as Arjun is arrested and taken from there. But then Aditya smiles. Kajvi says, I just want Karan's custody, while Jagdish asks Inspector to leave Arjun. Then Arjun says, don't fold your hands and tell that he came to know about something. The inspector asks him to say. Then Arjun blames Aditya for trying to snatch Karan from him and says your lawyer asked my family in a yes or no question and tells him that he will turn his game. Aditya then asks, what are you saying? Then Arjun says Kamal is alive. Aditya asks, what nonsense, are you mad? Then Arjun says Kamal is alive and I have admitted him in the hospital and got his appendix operation done. And says he told me everything you had planned, Karan kidnapping and how you let him escape. He then says Kamal told me how you acted Karan's death and how you tried to win Kajvi's trust by acting to save him, and how you made Karan hear my recording and provoked him against me, so that he hates me even. He then says I can't think that you can stoop so low, and says you have betrayed me, Kajvi and everyone. Kajvi then says, I don't trust you. While Arjun asks her to come with him and hear Aditya's truth from Kamal's mouth. The inspector then asks, what are you doing? Then Arjun asks him to come with him and arrest this Aditya Arora. Wow, that is quite a lot of drama. Seriously. Guys, I don't want to say much about this episode, so please drop what you think about this episode on the comment section. And as you do that, please don't forget that this is the UG update. In case if you are yet to subscribe to UG update, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget, guys, to give the video a thumbs up. Alright, lovelies, that will be a wrap. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. I really love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video.